time. But welcome everybody. We just chatting a little bit before this, but welcome back to another installment of Bodybuilding and Friends. Our good friend Mark Max Muscle was able to join us this time, and we were just before recording, of course, joined by our co-host, IFBB Pro Classic Turn 212, Turn Open Olympian, Jason Lowe, and we're talking about the Romania Pro, which is in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Is it the 8th and 9th? Or is it the 9th and 10th?
It would be the 9th is 2 weeks Saturday.
Okay. So we are 2 weeks out from the Romania Pro. That is the third to last open qualifier in the 2024 season before the 2025 season starts with... Does it always start with the Arnold Classic, or do shows happen before that? I think shows happen before.
Well,
I think Arnold's
the
kickoff.
Prague and the Romania are usually first.
Yeah, I mean those are Olympia qualifiers, but then there's like a big break for the holidays, right?
Yes, and I think the Arnold is first.
Fires it up again. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So
And the New
we're
York.
gonna have
Well, I think you'll have Arnold, UK, Detroit, Pittsburgh now because they added bodybuilding,
Yep.
and then New York.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
That's going to be a stretch of
And-
like a lot of activity going on.
And there's big money at the Pittsburgh, correct?
Yeah, 100.
yeah,
grand.
100K. Yeah.
We're going to see some.
And then
big
the
names
Brazil's
in there.
somewhere going to
Yeah.
be in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got the scorecard will come out about a week from now, but 3 big names have been announced so far. We've got Rafael Brandeo, Akeem Williams, and Horse MD. I don't think Martin is doing this show, but he has said he's going to do the Prague. And we don't know if Samson's doing any shows besides the Arnold Classic.
you never know with Samson. I wouldn't be shocked, but I think his body could use a little rest.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
Of course he doesn't.
competed.
He's got to think, though. He competed all the season, and he won the Olympia. So,
And kept getting better, yeah.
yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of a... Jeez. But your body does need a break, right?
Yep, from the supplements at least. Maybe
Or
not
even
a
just
break
net.
from competing.
Well, even just mentally, maybe like take some time to be with your family and do enjoy the
Everything.
victory.
You've been
You know,
dieting that long.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I'm sure he would love some cheesecake.
Pizza.
but yeah,
Pizza.
he's known for
Looks like a
having
pizza
his
guy.
pizza cheat meals.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nothing like Jason. Like you were throwing down some crazy stuff in Las Vegas.
Oh, God. I might have had 2 large pizzas last night.
Two
Yes, sir.
health phase.
Yeah, it was leg day. Okay.
Hey,
Valid,
there's calories
actually.
there you burned.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's
When we-
Horse at the Romania.
Oh, I don't think he's gonna have a back shot here.
Did you
But we were talking right.
Did you see Rafa's most recent post? Like 3 days. I think it's like 3 days of low carbs. He looked freaking peeled, dude.
Yeah,
Oh, that.
good.
At least there's no filters here. I feel like his filter game was real hard coming into the Olympia, and
He was
he looked
full in the
great.
prejudging. Prejudging and finals were 2 different worlds for that man.
Yeah.
For almost everyone.
Somebody said he went training after the prejudging. He went to the gym
What?
training. That's what some genius, they know everything in the comment section below, right?
There's no way.
I've known some
Well, he-
people to do that.
He looked
Really?
worn out, man. He looked worn out the next day.
Like a real
He's
workout?
an emotional type guy. I don't know. That's what I heard.
I would assume more of a pump workout, but I
He
have
said
no-
he did arms. They went and did
Yeah.
arms or something.
A good a feeder workout.
See Hakeem's arms? They look like Ronnie Coleman's.
They're crazy.
Insane. They're the
Yeah.
best arms at the Olympia. Should give an award, best arms.
Oh.
You'd have to know if an
Well, it's got
award for
those
best
3 different
legs and best
Yes.
everything else.
Yes. They used to.
Best abs.
Yep. They used to, and then the most muscular award.
Well, Andrew Jack's gonna get the abs.
Oh, Eddie'll be right there with him.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I don't.
different
Yeah,
looks.
I
Yep.
mean, yeah, it's very
Different
different
looks.
looks.
Different looks.
But still very good.
Yeah,
See, the Detroit has most peeled, most shredded, or
Hmm.
whatever they call it, and then they
yeah,
have the best poser,
most muscular.
and then most musk because there's three different ones they have,
Yeah,
and I like
Yep.
that.
and I like how they named them
Yeah.
after different people too. The John Meadows one, and
Yes,
the, like,
Dex
yeah,
Uh,
they
yep.
had,
Cedric McMillan,
yeah, Cedric McMillan was the guest poser one. Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
and what's his name? Sandow,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Luke.
Luke.
Yeah,
Luke.
yeah, that was really cool how they did that.
And good money, right? Like it's like 10 grand each for the award.
Couple of
Yeah, I think
bucks.
so.
Yeah. So I mean,
He's got a
Fuad's putting
couple
out
of
some
bucks.
real money at the Detroit. So for it to be one of the, well, I'd say the newest open besides the Pittsburgh, he's doing it right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. I wish I could be ready to hit some of these earlier shows, but I know my body needs the time off.
Yeah,
yeah.
we like we
Better
talked
to
about
wait,
before.
especially
You
if you
you
know
know
you
what you
can hit
need.
your best. Yeah,
Yeah.
with bodybuilding.
Well, I know I
there's
need
no-
more size, but I also just need to let my body rest after everything I went through leading into that last show.
Yeah. Oh, Mark probably didn't hear your story about Legion.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't want to go over too much with people that did listen to the last podcast, but yeah, I got rhabdo 2 weeks out.
You got
So,
what?
rhabdomyolysis.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so I was in the hospital for like 5 days the last 2 weeks before the Legion. So that's why I looked like trash on stage. But I probably shouldn't have done the show, but I just mentally, I was like, I'm going to finish what I started. I know it's not going to be my best. But,
Yeah, yeah.
I
You
mean,
know,
I'm
if
in the
you didn't,
hospital.
people would say, "Oh,
Yeah, I'm in the hospital for
jeez."
5 days. They're pumping me full of IV fluids, and I'm eating whatever they're feeding me.
Yeah.
You know,
Good luck looking. Good luck looking your best.
and then they tell
Right.
me you have the green light to do the show, but you have to finish this prep natural and no diuretics and stay very hydrated. I'm like, well, that's going to be terrible. I'm like,
And you're
stay
so
super
lean.
hydrated. No, I'm like, so I'm just going to be a water buffalo up there.
Yeah,
You'll be the
you
full guy on
should be
stage.
in recovery mode. The competing would be the
Yeah, but I did get my liver scanned
difficult.
on Tuesday, and everything came back super healthy. My blood work's healthy,
Awesome.
kidneys
Awesome.
are healthy, so there was no permanent damage, and the doctors still can't figure out why it even happened because everything was so
Hmm.
healthy. They're like, usually when we see numbers like that, somebody's in liver or kidney failure, and everything's healthy on you. So, yeah, it was crazy.
Wild.
Jeez, that Legion show. Tonio got into an accident right before the Legion, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah,
The
he
day
was there
before.
doing. He was there just for like seminars and stuff, and
Yeah,
somebody
well, I
cut
knew he
him off
wasn't
on the
competing.
turn.
Yeah, took
Yeah.
a bad one.
Yeah, yeah. We talked the last couple episodes we did on Monday Morning Muscle. We talked in depth about the last one was cool because we talked about how the motorcycle accident for Tonio was kind of a catalyst for him to have a reality check, and then
Okay.
he kind of used that to like cut out some old friends that weren't positive, and he like readjusted
Hey.
his goals in the off season, and
Got to do what you got
turned out
to
to be a
do.
good thing.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you gotta learn a lesson the hard way, and at least he learned from it, and he's making positive changes from it.
Yep.
I learned plenty
And
of
he even
lessons
like
the hard
cut
way.
all. Yeah, he ended up cutting all of his hair off, so he's like doing like
Really?
a Samson thing, and just not like Samson Dowda, but like Samson from the Bible, and he's like fresh start.
Didn't
just, like,
Samson
going-
from the Bible have his power from his long hair?
Yeah, the,
Oh,
the
yeah, you're
girl,
right. Maybe that's not a
the
good
girl
example.
cut his hair off, and he lost his strength.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Terrible, terrible reference. Okay. Well, anyway,
Of course,
he's doing like
Samson Dowda's balder than a buck chicken, so
Samson never got big until he stopped shaving his face. Maybe that's the strategy.
Dang, I
Everyone
just
needs to
trimmed
grow
my,
huge
my
beards.
beard. Why'd you tell me that?
I still got my
I just
long hair back there.
yeah. Mark's gonna show up with that afro one of these episodes and be like, "Oh, he grew it back."
There's a gross back there. I'm telling you, that's a bun. That's a bun.
Nope, not me. I got just a little bit of hair up here.
You're not allowed. You're in the Army now.
I know. Oh, I could get away with something like what Jason has, but I'd have to like shape it and gel it and spray
Yeah,
it so it doesn't move.
I'm just
It's
so
just a
glad
hassle.
mine still grows like this, but after so many years of bodybuilding and at my age.
Yep.
Can't be
You
that
know,
old.
I mean,
I'm older than most people think.
you're not even
Definitely
34. I
still
don't
in your
think.
30s.
37.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
Getting
I
there.
know.
Getting there.
I didn't start
Holy cow.
bodybuilding until 28.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
I think, in my opinion, it's a like the longevity is when you start. If you start
yeah,
earlier, you're gonna retire. So it's
I believe
bodybuilding's
that for sure. And then also, I was natural until I did my first Arnold Classic.
there you
So
go.
like, I wasn't, I just, I see these kids now that are blasting stuff at 18, 19, 20 years old. And like, I'm like, you don't even know how to train yet.
No,
Like, you don't know how to
they're
stick
gonna
to
do
a
it.
diet. You don't know how to work out yet. I'm like, let's focus on that first.
Yeah, they want a steroid before they learn to eat 4 or 5 meals a day.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? What is the
Yeah.
old saying? You put the cart before the horse.
Yeah,
You're not going to
exactly.
get anywhere.
Yep.
The horse can't push that
No.
cart.
The gears, the sprinkles on top. Bake the cake first.
Exactly.
Or the
Eat your
loaf.
meals.
Or the loaf, yeah.
Get the money.
Gear is the sugar-free syrup. Make the loaf first.
Yeah.
Percentage,
Add the
for
banana
sure.
and the oats in the protein.
I got
I was
so
happy
many
you posted
messages,
it.
and I put that on my story. Like, I'm like, dude, I have posted this on my YouTube channels. I can't even know how many times, and I'm still every time I put it on my story, I still get like 20 messages of how do you make this?
Bro, you just need to get like a cutout graphic and then have it like sitting on your desk, so when you're actually making it, you can see it in the background. It's like the ingredient
Yeah.
list, and then have like your logo on top.
The thing is, I make
I'm
it
telling you,
different
this shirt.
almost every time. Unless I'm in prep. Unless I'm in prep, I make it different like every time because it depends on how many carbs I want, how much oats I put in there, and then if I want more carbs, I do a banana. If I want a little less carbs, I might just do a little bit of blueberries or something. And then so it's like, and then if I want more fats, I'll do more whole eggs and less egg whites. You know, it's like so I make it a little bit different. It consistency is pretty much the same every time, and it tastes the same, depending on besides like blueberries and bananas. But like, I make it a little bit different almost every time.
No, it's
Like
good.
right now, I'm doing like
I haven't tried it
120
yet, but
grams of oats. You know, in prep, I was getting like 60 grams of oats on a good day.
does that affect like the consistency?
So I was stuffing the
Everything
blender
you
full of
imagine.
spinach to make it more filling. And you don't taste the spinach at all. It just like
Oh, okay.
thickens it
Bad
up.
then.
So it was like 60
Yeah,
grams
that
of
sounded
oats, the
miserable.
egg whites, and stuff like that, and then like stuff it full of spinach and blend it all together. And it looked gross because it was green. It looked like mold, but it tasted good, and the consistency was actually really good. You don't taste the spinach at all. So I figured things out. For a while there, I would throw a scoop of like Fiberlize in it just to give it a thicker consistency.
Orange flavor.
Yeah,
I've been taking greens supplements.
I do. I take a scoop of greens every morning.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah.
They're not bad. Just recently jumped on that bandwagon.
Especially
I
like
got
in the
a tub
off season.
of,
'Cause I do not. Yeah, I do not eat enough vegetables in the off season. In prep, I'll start eating more, but
But
Yeah.
that's for like the filling. It's not exactly for the vitamins.
yeah, I'm not gonna stuff myself. I'd be bloated as can be if I was eating enough food to grow and a ton of vegetables.
Yeah, yeah.
On my rest days, I was telling you last time, I think, my rest days, I go very low carb, and that's when I get all my vegetables in.
Yeah.
But on training days, when I'm eating more food, I don't really eat much for vegetables at all.
There's not enough room. Yeah.
No, I'd rather
Mark,
have
what
enough-
yeah, right, the pre-workout muffin. Yep. What brand are you taking for your reds and greens, or is it just whatever you find at the store?
I forget the name of it. I should have brought it in to show and tell.
Performex
Yeah.
Labs.
I usually do get all max.
Yep.
I
Discount
just
code
recently
Broku.
switched vitamins.
Can
I can't tell the difference.
Man, you find like some weird stuff. That got weird names at the. He's taking like the 50+ stuff.
I ain't 50 yet.
Yeah, I know, but you're never going to see like a Performix Labs at Mark's Place or a Dragon Pharma. It's like a bodybuilding brand. You're not going to find it.
Creatine and amino. It's all max. I usually trust on.
I do love Allmax. Their prices are phenomenal. I've got probably
Quality
15
is
pounds of protein on the counter right now from them.
I take a different type of protein. It's a more natural
That's really
flavor.
I'm cheap with my
Natural flavor.
creatine. I'll just get it from Walmart, to be honest. I think Performax said they're thinking about releasing like a basic line with like just creatine, glutamine, stuff like that, and that'll be awesome. But right now, I've just been buying Walmart creatine.
Cost at Walmart is so affordable.
Yeah.
I did a review on them probably 5 years ago, and their stuff is still like the most affordable stuff. Maybe I can. I don't know if I can
Creatine
find it on the fly
monohydrate's
like
a
this.
cheap product
It
to
is.
make.
You'd think it would be.
I mean,
I remember when it first came out.
Well, I remember. Yeah, I know it's gone up in price in the past couple of years, but for the longest time, you get like 100 servings for like $20.
Yep. I want to no affiliation at all. I'm trying to find. We're gonna stumble through this because I keep getting. I don't know if I'm getting ads or it's just trending on Instagram, but there's a page called Suphead. I don't know if you guys have seen this at all.
No.
But this
Nope.
guy does he does ratings on supplements, completely not affiliated, just so you guys know, for the audience. And I guess what they do is they rate things on their servings and the price, and then they just, if your stuff's the most affordable, it goes to the top. And,
I do buy a lot of like glutamine and stuff like that from bulk supplements.
Yep.
Just like I get a big ass bag of glutamine that lasts a good while.
Sure. Yeah, so I noticed this. I haven't bought anything based off this yet. I think I saw Fuad. Yeah, Fuad stuff was #1 for balanced pre-workout, which I thought was wild because I thought Fuad's was the most expensive.
Yeah.
What's it?
So, or maybe it's not the cheapest, but it's the balanced. But NutriCost, I mean, look at this. They're there for balanced. They're there for performance. Anywho, for the viewers watching, if you want to be a little bit more informed about your purchasing, make sure you check out suphead.com. No affiliation, but I used to, before I got into bodybuilding news, I mean, Mark knows, all I did was supplement reviews, and those videos sucked. I'd spend a week working on that video. That is where Sanch Bodybuilding came from, yep. It used to be Sanch Sups. I think I even had the logo sitting around somewhere. Sanch Sups.
I like it.
It was catchy. And as soon as I posted it, I got messages like, please say you're not starting a supplement company. There's so many supplement companies. And of course, it's somebody who owns a supplement company. I'm like, why are you complaining?
There's a lot of
I was like, no, I do reviews. But that was actually, it was a fun era of life. There was just no traction. I'd spend a week editing, and then I'd get maybe like 10 views. It was brutal.
Yeah, I remember those days.
That's tough.
Miserable. So
I used to do just profiles on bodybuilders, like from the 70s or 80s. I'd get 100 views on it. I'd be so happy. You know,
now
I was
you're
happy
just
doing
flying.
Well, I just had to start all over.
You
with
work
my-
at it. You grow.
Yeah, poor Jason's got 900 subscribers.
No, I'm almost to 12.
Oh no, it's over 1,000 now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
1200?
I was over 12,000,
yeah.
and then they deleted my whole channel.
how come?
They never gave me a reason. I appealed it. They never responded. It was just everything was gone. I posted a video one morning of a full day of eating on a low carb day in prep. And I was doing my fasted cardio, and I started getting messages saying that, hey, I was watching your video and everything just disappeared. Now I can't find your channel. And then all of a sudden I started getting emails from YouTube saying that my channel has been deleted. Never got any reason why.
Were you monetized? You were monetized, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that was paying my truck payment.
that's crazy. No, that's crazy.
It's wild that
Yeah.
people, they can just delete things and then you have to
Especially-
like hunt it down to try to get justification.
I was so frustrated because especially like it was like maybe 4 weeks out from, not even 3 or 4 weeks out from the Legion, which is when I start posting even more. Like getting closer to the show, I start trying to post 4 or 5 times a week, like day in the life, full day of eating, training videos,
Posing.
and I started getting a lot more views closer to the show. People like to see, the process leading into getting on stage. And then all of a sudden my
Yeah,
channel.
people love that.
Yeah.
Well, if you're not subscribed, make sure you guys go over and check out what is it? Jason Lowe, the little dashy thing.
Underscore Broku. Yeah.
Oh, underscore Broku. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Yeah. But 1,200. That's it's good.
It's getting
You just
there. I need
we
about
gotta figure out a way to get people.
I need about 1,000 more hours of watch time before I can monetize the new channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You'll have to bring somebody on for a podcast, and then you can just tell everyone, "Hey, watch this all the way to the end. Just play it on your TV. Turn the volume down."
That's what when I was going into the gym, opening the gym like to train clients before anyone else got there because the gym doesn't open that early. I would just turn the TVs onto my YouTube channel and let it play in the background, no volume. Crank some music up and just have the TVs playing.
Yep. I had like 6 different YouTube channels. They'd all be playing. Like, I don't know if Mark knows anything about the algorithm, but I've always wondered if I get a lot more views right in the beginning, if it means that it'll get ranked better, or if it's just kind of
video.
like,
You mean?
Yeah.
Honestly, you can ask people who have different opinions, but I just don't think there's any rhyme or reason for it. Sometimes,
Sometimes it's
they
just
will
like a
grow,
dart
sometimes
game.
they won't. Sometimes it goes up, down, left, right. I'll post it at 3:55. I'll post it at 3:32. I'll post it at exactly 9. I'll schedule it exactly 9 or these times are supposed to be the best, and
Yeah.
I don't think it makes a difference.
No, I've watched so many people talk about like look at your analytics and see when your viewers are watching the most. Post it about an hour before the highest point of watched, and then I'll post it then. It does okay. I'll post one just because I want to get something up. I'll end up posting something at like 8 o'clock at night, and it does even better. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So I don't know anymore. I'll just post stuff when I want to
know
post
anything.
No, I'll just post it when I want to post it, and whatever happens, happens. As long as I keep putting out consistent content, I think that's what matters the most.
Yeah, constant videos. Constant. Breaks, I think, from it. Fans don't like that. They like to feel like they can click on you and
have something new to watch.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I think I guess a good theory is with Monday Morning Muscle with Tony O'Burton and myself, we have it so it's every Monday morning we have a podcast dropping. And well, I mean, we only got like 60 subscribers so far, so it's still growing very slowly, but that would be an interesting thing to see. It's like, well, we do Monday morning, but the algorithm's actually telling us we should do it, Monday evening. And then you try to figure out, okay, what am I supposed to do here? But,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if the algorithm's really, like, I don't know, like we were saying, it's just kind of random, I think.
Yeah. Agreed. So tangent done. Drama. Do you guys want to talk about the
I had
drama
a
in
feeling you were gonna
bodybuilding right
bring
now?
that up.
I don't really want to talk about it, but
Which
what's your
drama?
guys' Ooh, what dramas are there?
Well, you got the fighting and you got the Matt Jansen thing.
Lord, that's okay. Let's talk about the gym brawl, right?
Okay.
In in summary, this is gonna be about a 5-minute take. In summary, what is everyone's thoughts? Probably don't put your hands on someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, we didn't. What I'm going to say is I don't know either of them personally, and unless you were standing there and you heard every single word and watched the entire thing go down, none of us know the entire backstory of why it happened, how it happened. No matter what, getting physical and shoving him like that was the wrong thing to do.
Yep.
But none of us know the entire story.
No. No. Mark.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the first thing that should be said. He should not have shoved him.
Yeah.
But the other guy was not 100% innocent because I seen the video after. If you guys seen that, he did stop what he was doing and went up. See, when I was growing up, you knew to stay away from a big truck, if you're a little truck. And it seems like guys nowadays, and like I said, I'm not saying that was correct. You don't do that. You don't do that. But this guy comes from a world where he felt safe. That stuff doesn't happen to me. It's 2024. I got my cameraman. Watch this. He asked for it.
Yep.
Watch this. He asked for it. And Mike comes from a time where people didn't do that. There was a pecking order.
Mike was a bodyguard,
Exactly. He's
He's
dealt with.
used to just solving the situation, like, and not letting things escalate, like, into against him.
Yeah.
And I feel like Jeff is almost more of a keyboard warrior type guy. Like,
Yes.
he didn't expect anything to actually happen to him.
No, he didn't.
He
No,
felt,
he didn't.
like you said, he felt safe that he could
Yeah.
have his cameraman and nobody's going to do anything.
Why stop your workout?
Yeah,
Why stop your work? Because his little video clip, it looked like Mike approached him, but
Yeah.
I made a video of it, and
Yeah.
from all I could see is his chest was sticking out like that, and I'm like, it looks like he's approaching him, is what it looked
Yeah.
like, and lo and behold, we see the video, and I'm like, he did approach him.
yeah,
Why wouldn't he just leave well enough alone?
yeah.
And I'm not saying Mike didn't instigate it by his "What's up" comment because he walked
Yeah.
by him and said "What's up."
Well, and I saw another. I don't know if it was Nick Strength and Power. Somebody was talking about this video that was made, and that these captions weren't actually verified, like what they were saying, because there was no audio on the videotape.
No, that's people's
So
guesses.
the captions of what they're saying, we don't know what they actually.
Oh, it's
said.
hilarious.
I think they both agreed that he did say "What's up." He said
Yeah.
he said it. He said he said it. So it's like, okay, well that. But then this Jeff guy left everything out. He said
Yeah.
up until this situation, and then he came up to me. It's like, well, no, that didn't happen. So he left parts out of it.
Yeah, that definitely doesn't look good on his part.
No, he's not squeaky clean.
Yeah,
But definitely Mike should not have, and
Yeah.
he'll pay for it. I'm
and
sure
multiple times too. It doesn't like he just shoved him once. He shoved him a couple
Right.
times and then shoved the camera guy.
Bouncer style. He wanted him out of the building.
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah,
Roadhouse.
I think he knew he screwed up though because I heard he left right after that, and then
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
yeah. As soon as you do, I mean, we've all messed up. As soon
Yeah.
as you do something, you know you messed up.
yeah,
Anger got the better of you.
it is. The story will die down in a couple weeks, but definitely some
Exactly.
ramifications to Mike. I mean, he trained all his clients there, and doesn't look
Dorian's
good.
gym?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I don't know how
I don't
that'll
have an
go for
opinion
his
on it.
business.
Oh, yeah. He just started his
True.
business.
Dorian Hamilton.
Yeah.
Or Yates. Okay. I was like,
Another
did
thing
Yates start
too
one out
that
there?
nobody. Another thing too that nobody's really mentioned was he was getting a lot of heat for backing down from that big tall guy. So everybody was bugging him, oh, you're a coward, you wouldn't do anything if somebody faced up with you. So all this was inside of him too, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, somebody's facing up with me, you have to do something, Mike. They're gonna call you a coward. So all that was built up inside of him, and shouldn't have did it though.
No.
I think a simple finger in
that
his
big
face
guy
and a hollering
facing-
would have done.
The whole thing with the big guy facing up with him, that was at the Arnold or something, or the last year's Olympia. I can't remember.
So, it was, yeah, some expo
I think it was the
and all
Arnold.
that crap. Yeah,
All right. The guy that walks around and like asks people for their weight and their height and all that stuff. Whatever.
Can't stand that.
Why do people make such a big deal out of it? Are you really lying about your height? Who cares? Just step on the scale and let him get on with his way. But like Mike made such a big deal out of it. Mike O'Hearn made such a big deal out of it. I don't know if you saw his most recent video. Mike O'Hearn's wife actually took the scale and threw it off the stage and shattered it in front of everybody.
really.
Yeah.
Never seen all that.
So I'm like, why are they making such a big deal out of it? I like, who cares? I don't know.
Weights go up and down.
It just blows my mind.
Yeah,
Like if
it's-
somebody asks me, I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm not lying about my height or my weight.
And why does it
You can
even
be
matter?
different heights
'Cause-
too if you measure yourself at the end of the day. You know,
Yeah,
you're gonna be a little
I-
bit shorter.
I don't know why it matters or why that like is a popular thing for him to go do, but it's what he does on his YouTube channel, so whatever. But you know, the people that are on his channel that he asks and they're like cool with him, they seem like really cool, nice people. And then the people that like fight with him and don't want to do it just seem like douchebags.
Yeah.
It's the gatekeeper.
It's the whole like confrontation thing, right?
Who's an idiot? Who's not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's something that goes on in YouTube and it gets clicks, so people
Yeah.
will keep doing it. If it's paying a check, they're gonna
I
keep
did
doing
try
it.
to make. I tried to dip my toes into it and get a few views. I'll admit.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to, and I seen Louis Marco got like 90,000 views out of it. I'm like, well, I should probably do something, make a little
Yeah,
video. And
this is your
terrible.
job,
I'm like,
so-
well, I tried. Yeah, when it's your job, you try. Bodybuilding news is so slow that some people like it. I mean, it is what it is, and nobody got killed. It's not when you look at the grand scheme of things, and it's actually going to attract people. Yes, there's going to be a large group of people that are going to say, oh, bodybuilding's stupid. But there's going to be new people seeing Dave Palumbo's channel for the first time, seeing all these channels for the first time, and there's going to be a group of people that start watching bodybuilding from it. Got to see the positivity out of this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mike will get a big
Net
fine.
positive. Yep. Probably. Well, in
Jeff-
Canada, you never know. It could get weird.
Yeah, them Canadians are
Well, I
messed.
heard one story that someone say that the camera kid's dad was a cop. So who knows how
I
that
heard
would
that
go.
he was underage too, he was 17 or something like that. But that yeah, if his dad's a
Yeah,
cop.
I don't know.
It could get real sideways. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's so weird when I'll keep seeing. I'm in an RV park. I'm temporarily waiting on my like permanent residence, and there's always RVs coming in and out. And I've got this little window here, so I can just see people driving by. And I'm sure someone
Oh,
drives by there
He
to see
froze
like,
up.
the camera.
There's
and,
always RV, and that's all I heard.
Oh, really? What about
There's
now?
better Wi-Fi in the RV park. I can hear you now.
It's we're gonna have to get that. That's okay. I'm gonna have to try out that Starlink or something, or maybe I'll try it off my hotspot tomorrow, because this is probably not great for the audience.
Yeah, we just got fiber
Yeah,
optics. put
I've
in
definitely
there.
noticed a little bit of a lag.
Well,
That's good internet.
yeah. It's like I think the slowest speed they offered was like 2.5 gigs per second.
That'd be nice. I'm at like
I'm sitting
15
here not
megabits
knowing
per
what
second.
you're talking about. I don't know what mine's
Valid.
called, to be honest.
Valid.
I only know because they just told me.
I know Sanch knows his
Is on the
computer
sticker.
stuff, and I have no idea.
Yeah.
I gotta turn this thing
I do
on
know,
and ask
I
the
do
wife
know
for help.
computers. Unfortunately, we're. Yeah. She's helped you a couple times during podcasts.
I'd be lost without her. I went to school with no computers. You know, we had no computers in our school. I went to junior high or high school. They had all computers, but elementary school we never had computers.
We had,
Old school.
I think we had like the first edition, like freaking those big Mac computers in our computer. There was an actual computer library that we would go into to do like one computer class, and most was just played
funny.
Oregon Trail.
I remember Grand Theft Auto. The old Grand Theft Auto used to be on just computers.
Top down. The top down Grand Theft Auto.
Yes.
Like-
yeah. You
Yeah.
could, just the top view. And
Yeah.
looking back, they're like, "Oh, this sucks," and I'm like, "No, it doesn't. This was awesome."
No, I have a PS5, I have a Nintendo Switch, and I swear I only play like old games that I download like from like then on the Nintendo Switch I play like Super Nintendo games. Like that's all
Yeah,
I
Super
really play.
Nintendo was awesome. Yeah, you're at that age where Super Nintendo was.
That was
New.
I grew up on that.
I remember the Nintendo right before that. I'm a little bit older, but
I had the Nintendo,
I do remember.
but I remember Super Nintendo most of my childhood. We had the Nintendo first, but you know, most of my childhood was Super Nintendo, and then I think maybe middle school or high school we got the N64.
N64. Oh, okay, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
I think I stopped playing video games by that point.
The PlayStation 1 and the N64 came out at about the same time.
Yes.
Really?
My brother got a PlayStation and I got the
PlayStation
Nintendo.
2 with Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
'cause
I
there
remember
was there was always two that went head to head and kind of
Yeah.
like Nintendo had Sega, and then
Yeah.
Sega Genesis had Super Nintendo. They were both 16
Yeah.
bits.
And then Sega kind
As
of fell
opposed to
off because of the Dreamcast.
Yep.
Sega fell right.
Yeah.
Sega started making games.
Yeah. They're still making
I'm
games.
not mistaken. Yes.
But not
I was a
consoles,
Nintendo
no.
kid, not a Sega kid, and I remember my cousin
Yeah.
was a Sega kid.
Same.
You know,
Yeah.
the Sega games.
Yeah. We'd go play Sega.
like
at
it's
my
a different
cousin's
world.
house. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a different world. You go there, it's like Sprite. What's this? I drink 7-Up. Sega. What's this? I play Nintendo. Jeez.
That was going to somebody's house and playing Xbox, and they'd have Halo, and you've never played Halo before. That was life
You
changing.
weren't an Xbox guy. You were a PlayStation 2 guy.
My grandma bought me a PlayStation 2, so I was a PlayStation kid until adult, and then I bought an Xbox 360. I think my junior year of high school, and then I became a Call of Duty guy, and I was doing the MLG, the Major League Gaming semi-pro tournaments, and yeah,
Really?
So
You were
I was a super
gamer?
nerd. Yep, so I
Wow.
was a
So
super.
do you
nerd
have
as
the
a
new
kid,
Xbox
and,
stuff now?
I have such an addictive personality. I can't even touch that stuff. Like I can only do bodybuilding
Right.
news, work my full-time job,
Right,
and go to
yeah.
the gym. I can't
See, I'm
touch
the
video
opposite.
games. Otherwise, I'll do 8 hours straight playing a video game.
I'm the
It's-
opposite. I'm so focused on like my bodybuilding and getting my meals in and all that stuff that I can't focus on a video game anymore. I used to play a video game for 8 hours, and now I'm so focused on. I was like, well, if I start playing a game now, I'm gonna have to take a break in 45 minutes to get a meal in. So I'm just gonna watch a video on YouTube instead. And I'm just like, then it's like
Yeah.
the whole day's gone by. I'm like, oh, crap, I was gonna play that game today.
You haven't had your chicken cook. You got to cook your chicken.
Yeah.
You got to have your broccoli. Ugh. No time for it. I gotta make videos.
Yeah, Mark's got to
I
get all
gotta
the
get
edits
better at
done.
making videos. I put up a video this
Um,
morning, but I
You
gotta.
do like a
Off
training
season's
vlog, or
hard for me to like. It was a full day of eating on like just showing how I do my low carb day on in the off season because like you and I talked about how to keep my appetite up, my insulin sensitivity high, and stay in a little better shape in the off season. I go super low carb on my rest days, and then that way I'm starving on my training days, and I can pound all the food I need and everything like that.
Makes sense.
And I actually absorb the nutrients better because my insulin sensitivity stays better by doing those low carb days. But it's hard in the
I think
off
that was
season to
episode 7.
consistent.
Make sure you. Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't know. You'd think it'd be even easier in the off season because you have less like mental frustration with like depleting and everything.
True, but I'm like also don't have a immediate goal, like a show I'm focused on or something like
Focus.
that. So it's like not seeing my body really change for the better week by week, and so
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
even though I'm making
Yeah.
gains, you can't really see it when you've got a little extra fluff on you, and so
Yeah.
it's like it's harder to stay motivated to
Discouraging.
put out interesting content. I'm trying my best to keep it going, at least a couple videos a week, but I got to come up with better ideas just to keep it interesting. Because otherwise, I'm just posting the same stuff over and over, you know. So I need to start. People even have just messaged me and been like, "Dude, just show like a random vlog of just like you doing what you do throughout the day, just a day." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't do anything. I'm boring. You want to see me mow the yard? I mean, that's about as crazy as I get."
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Shirtless. Yep.
It gets hard too. It gets hard too to set the camera up and all the editing. It's not just they think, oh, you just put the camera up and it films itself.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. It's a
Yeah,
lot of work.
you see these people that it's like a different angle of the five different angles of the same thing they're doing, and I'm like, every time they did that, they had to stop what they were doing, go move the camera, set it back
Yeah.
up, start what they were doing again. It's like I did that a couple times on some of my videos, just like filming my morning routine and like my cardio and like posing. And I did that a few times, and people were like, "Dude, I love how you kept switching the angles." People commented on it; they loved it, and I'm like, "That's a pain in the ass, though."
I wish you didn't like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it keeps their attention more,
Yeah.
though.
If only we could. Yeah. Well, if only we could all do what Sam Solik does and just have, 2-hour long training vlogs with
Or
one
that.
angle.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
that guy there, he had his cameraman. The guy there, Jeff.
yeah. I know.
Yeah, you could pay
He's got
someone.
millions of subscribers, though. If I was making that kind of YouTube
Five,
money, I would pay a
five
videographer
million.
too. Yeah.
5 million
I
subscribers.
I paid a guy, the Jason. I think it was the Olympia you went to in 212. I paid a guy to do camera work for me. It was like
Yeah.
$500 for the day, and it was only like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, and then you're not making that back on a video, you know?
No.
Me? No.
Yeah,
It was an
us. I mean,
investment.
none of us are. Like, yeah, maybe someone like Bumstead
Nick
or,
Strength and
even
Power.
Jeff Nippert or something like that. Nick Strength and Power might make that back on a video, but, well, Nick Strength and Power would make 10 videos out of that. Would do 10 5-minute videos.
Yep. And people would watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
pretty consistent. I'll give him that.
Yes. He keeps putting out content even over the years of the same kind of stuff. It's a salute to him that he could keep the motivation, because I burn out all the time
Yeah.
over the years. I'll take breaks.
Yeah.
That guy
Yeah.
just
No.
Sure.
consistent like a stone.
Yeah.
Well, that's
he
why
was doing
TV
it for
shows have
years before I started.
seasons. That's why TV shows
Yeah.
have seasons, Like everyone gets burnt out, they need a little break.
The
Yeah,
new
well-
Olympias, I find, keeps things fresh. You get a whole new lineup of guys and new seasons.
Yeah.
I'm not
for
burnt out yet,
you,
but
Mark,
he's
you
been
get
doing it a lot longer than me.
so many comparisons. Yeah.
Well,
This
I
new
had a
Olympia,
passion
you'll have
for
so
pro
many.
wrestling for
stuff.
years. So it's like
Yep. Nobody
I
nobody
loved
wanted to watch
bodybuilding
those,
when I was
unfortunately.
younger. Well, the wrestling videos, yeah, I gave up on that other channel.
Yeah.
I got enough time to get subscribed to monetize, but and I had another channel too, an outdoors channel, and talk about changing your views and stuff like that. If you watch some of them old videos, they took a long time to make.
Yeah.
Making an igloo. You ever make an igloo?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You have?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have not.
Not a good one.
Did
I've
did
never
you
made it
make,
with the actual bricks, but I just made it like a hole.
Did you make stuffed peppers in it?
Uh-uh.
I cooked stuffed peppers, ground chicken filled stuffed peppers in my igloo on that video.
Really? Without it melting?
Yeah. It's an igloo. Can't melt. There's a fire going in the center. Keep you warm.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yes.
Oh,
Eskimos
I did this like a
living in the
kid.
stuff,
Doesn't
right?
count.
I mean, they had to stay warm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Eskimo people.
That's wild. Well, fellas, I think we usually keep it to an hour, but the internet here is so terrible. The lag is probably unbearable for the fans. So let's wrap this one up, and then hopefully we can get the full cast next week. I'll figure out the internet. Even if I have to go sit in a parking lot outside Starbucks, we will figure something out.
I liked when you were driving.
Well, that's okay if I'm just calling in, but I can't.
You
I
got that
can't
truck.
share my screen to show. Yeah,
You got that truck to honk.
I can't show. I can't show the screen to talk about news articles if I'm
Yeah, I
on
know.
my phone. So that's the only issue.
That was fun though. And did you see Bonak
Oh, yeah.
had a video on right after that, and he was doing the same thing. I'm pretty sure he's seen your podcast. You don't
Oh, you
remember
think so?
that? Somebody posted it
I
in
probably tagged
the
him.
thread there. Bonak was doing the exact same thing you were doing.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I must have missed it. I'll have to look back.
I don't know. You'd have
Small
to
world.
dive deep, man. Everybody comments a lot on that thread.
Yeah, we got the bodybuilding. What do we call it? The bodybuilding YouTube thread. I don't know.
So we didn't talk
I'm
much
sure
about
it's
the
very-
Prague or the Romania.
We'll talk about the Prague. We talked about the Romania, some of the lineups. We'll talk about the Prague maybe a little bit next week, but we only have like one name, I think.
Yeah, we don't have any
we know-
lists yet.
No,
Yeah,
no
you gotta have a
lists, and
list.
not a lot of people talking about it. Yeah, yeah, with the list, and we can do the lineups. Look at Mark's Max Muscle and see who's
Yeah,
doing
I
the
like
show.
doing those videos.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. Give everyone a chance to see who's going to be there before they actually see them.
A lot of bodybuilders comment on them too. It's one of my favorite
Yeah,
parts.
especially if you.
'Cause there's a
especially
lot
if
of
you don't
guys
put them in the
that
top
are
10.
up and comers in some of the smaller shows, so they've never
Oh,
been
yeah.
put on a video before. They're like, "Oh, thanks for putting me on the video." I'm like, "Well, yeah, you're a pro bodybuilder."
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I remember. I
that's
think
how
the, I think the first time you ever talked about me was maybe like the New York Pro or something like that. I can't remember.
Was that 212?
Yeah, against Bo Lewis, maybe. That's
Were you guys the top two? You guys were the top two.
yeah.
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 I think that was probably.
I know. That's the
time.
first time I remember you talking about me. I think, and
You
I
look
thought it
big
was
for
cool.
212.
Yeah. I mean, that was a good battle between me and Bo.
Bo's awesome, man. He's one of my favorite 212 guys.
Yeah.
Really? Well, you're going to love it then because Bo is coming on Monday Morning Muscle tomorrow with
Awesome.
me and Tonio Burton. So
Awesome.
Nice.
stay tuned. That's actually hilarious that we talk about him because, yeah, he is coming on tomorrow.
We became
That
great
episode-
friends after that show. Like I went to his wedding and everything.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, we became really good friends after that show.
That's
No, he
awesome.
seems like a really nice guy.
We went out to eat that night for pizza and everything, and then kept talking. And him and his wife and my wife became good friends.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're good people.
Huh. Well, I'll have to ask him about
I did
how the
repost-
212's going, and
Yeah, I did repost your little Q&A. I only got just a couple hours ago, so I got a couple. I didn't know if you wanted to go over them.
oh yeah. Let's run through them. I don't.
There was only a few.
I
I
don't
just
see any
I just put it on my story a couple hours ago.
Okay. Yeah. What do we got?
Through the years of competing, what were some of your biggest mistakes? So,
Guessing that's for Jason.
Yeah.
there were so many mistakes. I mean, pretty much from when I started to now, I've changed almost everything. I was training 7 days a week, sometimes twice a day, thinking more is better. Wasn't paying any attention to recovery or rest or anything like that. My post workout meal when I first started would be a freaking like triple cheeseburger. I just trained really hard. I need a ton of calories. Not thinking I needed a fast digesting protein and a high quality carb source. Just calories, you know. So I mean, I did too much strength training and not enough hypertrophy training when I first started. You know, which in the long run might have been beneficial because now I can hit the hypertrophy range with pretty heavy weight. But you know,
I think that helps. Has its place.
yeah, for sure. But like, I had already been through weightlifting on the weightlifting team in high school and everything like that, so I'd already built up pretty decent strength. And then when I got into bodybuilding, I kept pushing the strength. I probably didn't need to as much. I don't know. I made every mistake you could make, probably. What's the most exotic meat you'd be down to try and add to your plan?
Meat?
Meat. I don't know.
Beaver.
Where's Xavier at? Where's Xavier at? I don't think it's very exotic in his country, but like kangaroo's pretty popular. It's exotic to us. But I think they eat
Do they eat it?
kangaroo.
Yeah, they do. They do eat it, I think.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Yeah.
Just like a deer. They look
Yeah.
just like deer.
Yeah. Or like
Maybe like bear's
People
good.
eat bear around here. There's so many black bears around here.
yeah. Something
What about
like
like
that.
an alligator? Maybe like an alligator steak. What would that taste like?
Sprucey.
I don't know because I've only had alligator fried, so it's like
Oh, you have had alligator.
I'm in Florida, man. Yeah. Of course.
Alligators or crocodiles?
Have both, but more alligators. I think the only crocodiles are mostly just down in like the Everglades and stuff, that area.
Oh, okay.
But throughout the whole
Cayman.
state is alligators.
Mm-hmm.
But
Cayman.
yeah, I've only had it
I
fried,
understand.
and I don't know how good it would be any other way.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know what kind of lean cuts you could get off that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But what kind of exotic meats would you be able to add to your plan, though? That's the question.
yeah,
Something
like
you eat
I feel like you could
consistently?
do. I feel like you could do bear or something like that. It's probably you could get some lean cuts out of that.
Like bison or something.
Yeah,
Bison. A lot of people
clean
eat
it, dude.
bison.
Yeah, a lot of people eat. I had bison in my meal prep.
Beefalo.
And then, I mean, venison. It's not really exotic, but you know that's a very
I
Deer,
love
yeah.
that.
lean meat.
I don't eat red meat, but I will have a little piece of deer every once in a while.
Yeah, that's a good. I mean, we used to make venison jerky. It was so good.
I miss being back in Wisconsin. That was pretty common stuff.
Yeah, well,
You could
my dad
Shoot a
my
couple
dad-
deer, and you'd have like 400 pounds of.
My dad was raised in Wisconsin, so that's probably where we got it.
Yep. Yeah, it was like a hobby going deer hunting and then taking the deer back to the garage and dressing
Yeah.
it, and you could
Hang
get
it
the
up.
yeah.
we had a-
The
Yep,
deer
and a
up
big
there
walk-in
in
freezer.
Wisconsin are freaking
They're
huge.
huge.
Like the deer
The
down
size
here.
of elk.
Yeah, the deer down here look like dogs.
Are they
Yeah.
different kind? Are they white-tailed deer?
whitetail where we
Whitetail
have.
down here too. I think it's just how they're raised or what their surroundings are, their environment.
Some of them
Yeah.
caribou. If you've ever seen a caribou, they're massive.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I
I've
guess
seen
I
an elk.
don't know. I'm trying to think exotic, and I'm like, I don't know what's considered exotic, but
Me neither.
But also something that you
No.
could eat consistently. I don't know.
Buffalo. That's it.
this one's a little taboo. But I know that I'm blanking on who the bodybuilder was, but there was a bodybuilder that used to eat horse meat in every prep, like consistently. I can't remember what bodybuilder it
Yeah,
was.
that's no different than eating a cow.
Yeah,
You know.
I don't think it would
Essentially
fly
the
too
same,
well in
right?
America.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
people
just
are
it.
pretty.
I don't eat a lot of stuff, but I would never criticize anybody for eating anything.
Yeah.
It's my choice, and it's what it is. What it is. How could I get mad at somebody for killing a cow
Yeah.
when I'll chop a chicken's head off and eat that just fine? It's
Mhm.
Yeah. So, all right. And then the next one, I guess, was just for me. Who is your next coach? No idea. Not even going to go there. I'm my own coach right now. I might stay my own coach. But when I decide on doing a show again, I'll decide on if I'm going to hire a coach or not.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't know. And then other one I got was, did you have I don't know what he means by these. Did you have a phase of using one of those hand grippers? We all have. Is he talking
the
about like
curls,
the little
the blue curl things.
the, I think he's
Oh,
talking
fat
about the little
grips, like
things you
what Jay
squeeze.
uses, or the
I think he's
tension
talking about
thing
little squeeze things.
Oh, those things. Okay, yeah. I thought you meant the other
for the
ones.
forearms.
Yeah. My dad kept one in his vehicle, and I would every time I rode with my dad, I'd grab it and just sit there and pump out like 100 of them every time. So I don't know why. It was just to prove to my dad I could do it.
Some of them are real strong. You get the world's strongest men guys. They have
Yeah.
them. And they're like industrial ones.
Yeah.
No way I
I-
can get my hand around it.
Yep. One of the guys, when I was deployed recently, he had like 100-pound one, and I couldn't
Yes.
even squeeze it. It was so strong.
Yeah, they look different. They look a little.
Yeah, it was
different.
like it was gold, or it was yellow. It wasn't gold.
One of the
Army
yeah.
pay.
gym I go to is mostly a powerlifter's gym. Like half of
really?
the gym is got like bodybuilding equipment, but the other half is all monolifts and deadlift stations and like
Wow.
bench presses for competition and stuff. And like I don't know if you follow powerlifting at all, but like Dan Bell, who's
I've heard of the name.
he trains in there. Like, and the first time I walked in there, I remember the owners like giving me a tour of the gym, and Dan Bell's like warming up with like 800 or 900 pounds on squats, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be the weak guy here. Okay, I like it.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm the
Hell
small
yeah.
fish in this pond.
Was he around in like early 2000s?
He was
Like,
still competing just these past couple years.
Yeah,
He had the world record overall total in
the deadlift
Well,
squat.
in
Bench
That's
A couple
not
years
Dan
ago, I
Green,
think.
right?
no
Different
Dan
guys?
Bell.
Dan Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard the name. I used to watch all them World's Strongest Men competitions. And, oh man.
Well, it's not the strongman; it's powerlifting.
No. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
But they would have a lot of those guys in there.
Yeah.
But the
Well, they
three,
do.
like Bill Kazmaier had I
Yeah.
think the three record there at one time.
Yeah, a lot of the people at the gym they do have they have the Atlas balls, they have the Atlas stones, they have the sandbags to throw over the big thing. Like
Yeah.
they do all of that there, the kegs and stuff. They have all of it at the gym, but somebody brought in one of those hand grip things that actually tells you like what your grip strength is. Like
Oh.
you squeeze it.
Yeah.
Felt so weak on that thing. Like I was squeezing it with all my might. It wasn't anywhere near what some of these powerlifters could. I mean, if I deadlift, I use straps. Like
Yeah.
they all see me in there and they're like, "Dude, we got to get you in a powerlifting competition in the off season." I'm like, "You see the straps? I can't pick this up without them, and you can't use these in a competition."
Yeah. It's different. Different games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
grip
it's cool to be
strength is wild.
like most gyms I go into, I'm usually the strongest, like one of the strongest people in there. So it's cool being in that gym where I'm like nowhere near the strongest person.
You're the best built one though.
Maybe, but
Oh, maybe's about it. Start hitting a couple of shots like that.
Well, there's only like two pros that live around here. Me and Jordan Wise that I train with most of the time. He was a 212 guy.
Okay.
Yep.
So, like, there aren't really any other pro bodybuilders around here. So, when we do end up moving to Tampa, I'll be surrounded by all the big pros again.
Yep. Tampa will be good for you. And I think we only have one question. Mark, does this make sense to you? This
I
question?
can't see. I tried to look at. I can't see the screen.
Oh, it says,
I don't know if it's
"Sir,
saying
I
no.
requested Dennis Newman versus Jean-Pierre Fuchs. I've been in a semi-coma
they just
for a
want-
little bit.
Yeah, they just
Did you
want
do it or did I
comparisons.
miss it?
They're just using.
Can
me
you
for my
add it to the voting
comparisons.
list?
Jean-Pierre Fuchs versus who?
Dennis Newman?
Dennis Newman. I know
Jean-Pierre
Dennis Newman.
Fuchs versus Dennis Newman? Denise?
I know Jean-Pierre Fuchs.
Denise
I'm just trying to think of
Newman?
Dennis Newman. It is Dennis Newman. I know. He's a big guy. I think he retired and then he came back for one show.
I don't know. Last time I talked to Jean-Pierre Fuchs, we didn't agree on a lot, and he did. I don't think he liked me very much.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He gave me shit the whole podcast we were on.
Oh, you were on a
wow.
podcast and he was giving you crap.
Yeah,
Zombie-
this was probably a year and a half or so ago, but yeah.
Wonder what his concern about that. Well,
I don't know. I remember what it was about. Like, he just didn't agree with a lot of the stuff I said and kept giving me shit the whole podcast.
huh.
Like, the host of the podcast messaged me afterwards and was like, sorry about him. I was like, it's all good. I don't take any offense to it. It's what it is. It's his opinion.
Yep. Just like butts, we all have opinions.
Yep.
Well, everyone, appreciate you guys sending Jason his questions directly. And thank you for the one person asking for comparisons for Mark. Mr. Max Frost 666 Doom. What a phenomenal name. I promise I'll fix the internet for next week, everyone. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll make those corrections. Get your questions in as soon as you can. As soon as I get the post up, we'll figure out who's going to be hopping on the show. Next week we have Ken McAllister joining, and he is a media person. He used to work for Muscle Insider, the Canadian bodybuilding outlet. So he'll be joining us, as well as Jason, of course, our co-host, and hopefully Mark, Xavier, and Kenson over at EP09. So that'll do it for this one. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to everyone. Check out all their channels. And we will see you all next week.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
And then Mark